So welcome back students. Now in this video we will discuss about the human skeleton. So as you all know that human skeleton consists of 206 bones, including the very thin tiny bones of each ear. I hope you all know that the tiniest bone present in human body are the ear ossicles, the ear bones. So in table 2.7 they have given detailed region wise bones. If you want to study, we will discuss later on also. These are the total number of bones and their place where they are present in the body. So if we talk about skeleton, then first of all we will study that skeleton we can divide it into two main divisions. That is the axial skeleton, number one, axial skeleton, and second is called appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton includes the skull, then your rib cage, these ribs, and the vertebral column, that is the backbone, this one, backbone, vertebral column, skull and ribs. And the appendicular skeleton, when we talk about appendicular skeleton, means we are talking about the limbs, four limbs, that is the arms and the legs, these, and the girdles. We have two girdles, one is hip girdles here and the second one is the shoulder girdles here, that are separately discussed. So first of all we will discuss about axial skeleton. So axial skeleton consists of skull, the vertebral column, the ribs and sternum. Sternum is the breastbone. So now let us talk about the skull first. So as you all have studied in class 8th in nervous system, that skull is also known as cranium, and it is also called brain box because it covers the brain, which is a very delicate organ in your body, all of you know. And we have also studied in the topic of joints that skull is made up of 8 bones, and these 8 bones are fixed, they cannot be moved. So they are so joined to each other that they are permanently fixed. The other bones in the skull are present in the facial region. So in the facial region there are total 14 bones. So 14 bones in the facial region and 8 bones in the skull. So you need to remember the number. How many bones are there in the face? Facial region contains total of 14 bones. The upper and lower jaws are also formed by some of these bones. So these two things. Then you also need to study that behind the skull, if you see the skull, behind the skull you will find a hole. There is a hole. The name of the hole is foramen magnum. Dear children, please learn it. Foramen magnum. It is the name of the hole present behind the skull, from where the spinal cord originates and it runs back all through your vertebral column. So just like skull protects your brain, similarly vertebral column protects the spinal cord. And you have also studied that spinal cord is the extension of the brain. Okay, so this question is normally asked, name the hole present in the skull or present in the cranium. So then you have to write foramen magnum, right? The next is vertebral column. Now let us talk about vertebral column. Vertebral column means normally it is called backbone, but we call column because it is a row of bones. We call them column of bones, and each bone is called vertebra. So this has become vertebral column. And this vertebral column is divided into regions. So the regions are, for example, the first region passes through the neck. So the region which passes through the neck is called cervical. So there are 7 bones in cervical. Okay, the next region passes through the thorax, this one. So this is called thoracic region. There are 12 vertebrae in thoracic region. Below thoracic region we get our backbone, which is formed of lumbar. This is the lumbar region. It is made up of 5 bones. Then you have sacrum, and at last is coccus. Sacrum is actually 1 bone, but it is formed by the fusion of 5 bones. Means 5 small bones fuse together and they appear as 1. So you can count it as 5 or you can count it as 1 fused. Similarly, coccus, the tail of the backbone is called coccus, and it is also 1, but it is also formed by the fusion of 4 bones. So you can say fused 4 or 1. So if you count like this, 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacrum and 4 coccus, then you will get total number 33 vertebral bones. But if you count like this, 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 1 sacrum and 1 coccus, then the total number would be 26. Okay, so you can write it anyway. The best way to learn is you can note down the formula this way. C7 means cervical 7 bones. Cervical is the neck region. Then write down T12 means thoracic 12 bones. Then write down L5 means lumbar 5. And then write down S1 and C1. And here you can write 5 fused. And here you can write 4 fused. Okay, so C7, T12, L5, S1, C1. So this way you can remember cervical 7, thoracic 12, lumbar 5, sacrum 1 but fused 5 and coccus 1 but fused 4. So same number is given here also. So you can study that our vertebral column composed of total 33 ring-like bones. You have studied these are irregular bones. We call them vertebrae. These are divided into 5 groups according to the regions they occupy. The neck region has 7 cervical, so 7 cervical vertebrae. Then there are 12 thoracic vertebrae. Then 5 lumbar, 1 sacrum, but in brackets they have written it is actually made up of 5, fused 5, and 1 coccus which is made up of fused 4. Fine. So this is all about the bones of vertebral column. Now there is a topic structure of vertebra. This I will discuss in the end with you. But right now, after studying the bones of the skull, then vertebral column, now we would continue with the bones of the ribs. Now next is ribs. Now see, you all know that there are 12 pair of ribs. Now look at this diagram carefully. This is the rib cage. It is called rib cage. These are the ribs present in your thorax region, and from behind they are connected with 12 thorax vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae. At the backbone, thoracic vertebrae. In the front they are attached, some of them are attached with the sternum. This is called the breastbone. So there are 12 pairs, 12 this side and 12 this side, ribs. Okay, out of which you can count from here this first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th and 7th. This one 7th. Till first 7 they are directly attached with the breastbone. You can count yourself. 1 to 7 are directly attached to the breastbone which is called sternum. So these are called true ribs. So 1 to 7 are called true ribs because they are attached directly to the sternum, the breastbone, whereas 8th, 9th and 10th, you can see this is the 8th bone, rib bone, and this is the 9th and this is the 10th. These are attached to the 7th one which with hyaline cartilage. Okay, so these are called false ribs, 8, 9 and 10. And the 11th, this is the 11th, this which is coming from here, this is the 11th, this 11th pair, and this is the 12th pair. These two are not attached with the sternum, so they are called floating ribs. Did you understand? These first 7 are called true ribs. Why they are called true ribs? Because they are attached directly to the sternum. 8th, 9th and 10th are not directly attached to the sternum, but they are attached to the 7th rib bone and with the help of hyaline cartilage. And this 11th pair and 12th pair is not attached to the sternum or to any bone. They are free. They are attached only to the backbone from behind, to the vertebral column. So they are called floating ribs. Now let us see what is written here. There are 12 pair of ribs which along with thoracic vertebrae and the breast constitute the bony cage. They form the rib cage and they protect your heart as well as your lungs. The first 7 pair of ribs are true ribs, as I told you, because they are attached in front to the sternum breastbone with the help of hyaline cartilage. The 8th, 9th and 10th pair of ribs do not articulate directly means they are not attached directly with the sternum, but they join with 7th rib with the help of hyaline cartilage. And the last two, 11th and 12th pair of ribs are not attached to the sternum, so therefore they are known as floating ribs. Is this much? And then you have sternum. Sternum is the breastbone, and you have studied that it is the example of flat bone which is lying in the middle of the front part of the chest. So now you study or go through till here, till the time in next video we will discuss about the appendicular skeleton. Thank you.